Don't worry, I decided to do one final video for August that is actually whiskey. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Hello. On today's video, we are exploring the Errant barrel from Crowded Barrel Distillery. This, of course, is one of the bottles that has a very difficult top, so I'll be using something sharp to open it. And while I deal with that, I will tell you a little bit more about it. As you can see here, the label is gorgeous. Errant barrel. 54.65% whiskey distilled from a malt mash. This is their batch 1 distilled in Scotland, aged and bottled by Crowded Barrel Whiskey Co. in Austin, Texas. Aged 5 months in new oak and aged 14 months in used oak at Crowded Barrel Whiskey Co. in Austin, Texas. For those who would like to know a little bit more about Crowded Barrel, you can at least check out the Whiskey Tribe, which is directly related to what they are doing at that property. This is called Errant Barrel, and it is from Scotland, but it was new make, and they don't tell you exactly which distillery it is. What I can tell you is there is an Errant. Wow. What I can say is there is an Errant Isle off the west coast of Scotland, and there is also an Errant whiskey. Now we shall continue opening the Errant barrel. Ooh, I got a whiff. I love when I get a whiff. Let's just open them right in front of my face more often. Clang. Whoa. We begin with the color. Not bad at all, considering this was only aged for a little over a year. What I'm wondering is how much the new oak affected it initially, because when it's in a used barrel, there is less of a impact on the whiskey for numerous reasons. That said, it is a very pleasant color for me to look at, and it's always fun to think about how Texas itself, the weather specifically, impacts whiskeys of varying sorts. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it will do to a Scottish new make. Onto the nose. Oof, musky, malty, sweet. Oh, it's like a bit of chocolate? Oh yeah. There's something dense about it. There's something like mossy. Feels like a dark forest. But there's a subtle sweetness, and I will say vanilla sweetness, that's running through the middle of this, and it is very inviting. Apple? Yeah, there's a little sweet tart fruit note. It's more of a berry, like a raspberry or blackberry. I would go with blackberry. Oh man, what a very interesting nose this has. Let's go into the palate. Boy. Nope, stop. Enjoy it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Initial sip, very pleasant. I won't go into too much detail, but this did have some levels to it, and that's just on the initial sip. Oh man, this bottle's not gonna last. Oh no, lingering still. It's still lingering. Another thing I want to note is the proof on this is much higher than a normal Scotch release would be, and I think that's what's also exciting about this. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. Okay. That was beautiful. It's very dry. Like my whole mouth is dry, not just my tongue. Whew. What a finish. It's gonna linger for a bit. All right, there was a fruit sweetness, a little vanilla. I had a flash of brownie at the start. And when I talk about brownie, I like to talk about the crisp edges, which is so nice. And it has this long lingering finish, kind of ashy. I don't know if there's any peat involved in this. It's more dusty, which is an odd one. But if you can think of yourself as going into a room that's been closed off for a while and it has a lot of old wooden furniture that's all kind of covered with dust, that's one of the images that came to mind for me on the finish specifically. I'm gonna do that again. Oh man, this is much more intriguing than I initially expected. I thought it was gonna be interesting, but this has a lot going on. Okay. It just blossoms. I love when that happens. Spicy in the middle, slowly tapers off, and then starts to creep into dry. Nice vanilla sweetness. Cookie crumbs? I thought of Oreo cookies too. Hot damn, man. Even though I'm getting a lot of baked goods, the spice is very prevalent among all of it, but the sweet notes kind of cling on first. Kerplop. Yeah, that's all the Klingon I know off the top of my head. This finish is lasting forever. Like, it may not be obvious to you because of the editing, but I'm just sitting here going, okay, when it's dry feeling, you can leave my tongue any moment. which of course means I need to have another sip. I'm going to pour more of this after, I can tell. This is fascinating. Maybe it's because I've done a whole month without whiskey, so I'll have to try this again later after I've had, more of my whiskey. A little sweetness. Ooh, nice sugary powdered sugar cookie. And then it just kind of spreads slowly. It has a slight fruitiness to it, almost a citrus, more along the lines of like a lemon zest or the outside of an apple, like apple peel. And then it gets into this dusty, dry, long finish. Good grief. What an experiment. What a lovely shift from what I anticipated, since I've had plenty of scotches over the course of this channel. Having something that is a new combination. This hasn't really been done before, where a new make from Scotland was transported to Texas, aged for about a year, and turned into this. There's not a lot left. This is what I love about Crowded Barrel, is they're doing such interesting experiments with whiskey. I can also say the same for Andalusia, but wow, this is delightful. I'm really going to look forward to sharing this with others because it is an experience. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.